It is often said that it is during the Kaliyug that people seem to have more doubts than ever before, and that could also be predominantly due to the reason that their entire lives are enveloped by desire, where there are more questions than answers in a person's life. So here what we are wondering is, why does man have so many questions which are unnecessary than what can be termed as necessary? In this video, we are going to analyze what is the most important thing for a human being to understand and, more importantly, gain over a course of his life. See, now throughout this entire video series in the last 2 months, I've always had a Kalki avatar theme to all my videos. Now in this video, when we talk about Kalki avatar, there is an interesting resemblance between Kalki avatar and Kaliyuga. That who is man in relation to nature? Is man really a part of nature, or is man a subject of nature? You see, if we consider ourselves to be a part of nature, we have the habit of building something on it where we feel it is a part of our own, and just consider ourselves to be the mover of the wheel in nature and not just another man. Now, what do I mean by this? See, throughout the Bhagavad Gita, there is one simple common message that goes is, as a human being, you cannot move anything in this world, and everything that happens by force of nature and not by force of an individual. So to sum up in simple words, we can say that man is simply a prisoner of nature. Now, how do we go beyond this? And throughout the last 2000 years or 3000 years, which we term as Kali Yuga, more and more people have faced problems than found some solutions to the impending issues. And the very simple reason for that the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 13 offers is the path of knowledge. Doesn't matter how powerful a person is, doesn't matter how strong physically a human being is, you always need the path of knowledge in order to achieve something in life, and more importantly, achieve something as a human being. Now, the word path of knowledge is much more trickier than just how we read it. Because here path of knowledge doesn't mean reading through books, path of knowledge doesn't mean learning from someone, but here path of knowledge refers to understanding and, more importantly, knowing yourself as a person. Now there is a very simple definition of what it is to know yourself. Now whenever you learn something about yourself, if you associate your entire life based on your physical body, then you would be open to 4 important things. Those are your emotions, your superstitions, your beliefs, and more importantly above all, your desires. Now these 4 things would envelop your entire life, and they would be channeled by ego of wanting to be me, who is the creator of everything that happens around a person's life. Now on the other hand, by knowing yourself, if you know yourself through your soul, and as the Bhagavad Gita calls us as the self, then you would be open to listening things such as the truth, more importantly understanding nature, and above all understanding how the human body works. Only when one learns how the human body works will we be able to gain an idea or an insight in how we can handle the true potential of the human body, and more importantly understanding what is the limit of the human body. And that is the beginning of the 13th chapter, where Krishna says to Arjuna that the supreme knowledge of man is always to know himself, and that is why a guidance of a person who has understood this knowledge was very important to Arjuna on the battlefield. And there are various examples of such people coming in the lives of princes and even kings, such as, very simple, the example of, if you've read the Hindu traditions, you would find someone like Chanakya, how influential he was to Chandragupta Maurya through all his strategies, through all his mental games, much similar in a more larger scale to what Krishna was to Arjuna. So the theme of this entire video is to understand yourself, which will enable you to understand nature around you, where you will not build on the bridge of nature, but cross it and go beyond it as a human being. So that's a wrap for this particular episode. I would see you guys in the next video. Until then, it is goodbye, and of course, thank you for watching.